Every Android app that you have ever used, from Instagram to your calculator, started with one click. Today we will create your very first Android app from scratch. So, welcome back to Widget Wisdom, and today we are kicking off something very special, your journey into Android app development. If you have ever wondered, how do I build my first Android app? This is the video to watch. We will install the tools, write the real Kotlin code, run the app on emulator and devices, and wrap up with exactly what you should learn next. So first thing first, to build Android apps, we will use Android Studio, that is Google's official IDE. So come to the Google and here search Android Studio download. Then click on this link, select your system, whether it is MacBook, Linux or Windows. Then download the latest version from here. Then once it's downloaded, install it and open it, and choose the standard setup and just finish it. As soon as Android Studio opens, you are ready to create your first project. Now once this is done, click on this new project, choose here empty view activity. Don't choose this empty activity because this will create the project into the Jetpack Compose manner, which is not the agenda of this video. We will cover Jetpack Compose in the future videos. Okay. Now after clicking on it, here let's name this application as my application. Then for package name, let it be auto generated, and for language, let it be Kotlin. And for minimum SDK, let's select Android 8 or 9. You can select anything which you want, or you can also select this Android 7 thing. Okay. Now finish and wait until the Gradle build is completed. But one thing to remember, this will take a lot of time. So this screen you are seeing, this is where every Android app ever made begin. Okay, now let's break this down quickly. Once this project is completed, here we are seeing this main activity.kt file. Okay, so this is the main brain of this application. This is just a Kotlin file, but everything will going to start from here. Then we have this activity_main.xml file. So understand this as the face of your application. Like this will contain the UI elements of our application for this particular screen. Okay. Then we have this Android manifest.xml file. So understand it as the passport of your profile, because in passport we have all the important details about ourselves. And again, then this Android manifest.xml file, this contains all the information about this application, from name to permission and all the things which you can imagine. Okay. Then we have this Gradle file section. So these handle dependencies and version, and you don't have to worry about this. We will see this Gradle file thing in the future videos. Okay. So here is the thing, beginners often get overwhelmed here, but don't worry, you only need two files right now. First one is this activity_main.xml file, and other one is this main activity.kt file. So in this activity_main.xml file, here if you see, this is containing XML code. Okay. And here we can see our UI in three way. Whether you can select this code option only, in which you can only see the code. You can select the split view option, in which you can, in one side you can see the XML code, and other side you can see your design. And finally we have this section where you can take preview of your UI. Okay. But in our future videos we will select this split option, because we are going to see both code and UI also. Okay. Now in this code, here we have this text view, which is presenting hello world. Here you can name it as let's say hello Android. Now if you see here into this UI section, then here it is saying as hello Android. So that's it. You can simply drag and drop the UI elements here, and again we will going to see these things into the future video, because right now our main goal is to just see how things are working. Okay. And congrats, that's your first real Android UI. Now open this main activity.kt file. So this file decides what your app does. Here you can see we have this package statement which specify the location of our this kt file, because if you see into this folder section, then here you can see we have the exact folder name as this package name is shown here. Okay. So now here we are having two import statement. So in Kotlin, this import statement tell the compiler that you want to use a class without writing its full package every time. Okay. So here this this app compat activity thing, it's a subclass of activity that adds compatibility support like action bar, modern theme, and other features, and it's the recommended base class for the activities. Then we have this Android OS bundle thing. I'll tell you what's the use of this because right now you won't get it. So let it to be for the future video. Okay. Then we have this class main activity, and this one is extending this add compat activity. Okay. So here we are declaring a class in Kotlin, and this main activity is the name of our class which we are creating, and by convention an activity class often ends with activity. Okay, so that's why it's main activity. And in Kotlin this colon means we are inheriting this class. Okay, so this is going to be super class. So then we have this override statement. So it tells the compiler that we are going to override the function or method available in this superclass. Okay. And if this method or function is not available in the superclass, then it will give the error. Then we have this fun thing. So this fun declares a function in Kotlin. Okay. Then we have this onCreate thing. So it's a method, and in Android, onCreate is a life cycle callback called by the system when the activity is being created for the first time. Okay. Then we have this saved instance state. So this is the parameter name, and conventionally it is used to receive previously saved state, and state is the data. So don't get confused about this. Then we have this bundle. So this is the type of the parameter, and this question mark means it's nullable, which means it can be null if the activity has no saved state. This parameter will be null. So the main use of onCreate is where you initialize UI, set the layout, and do startup logic for the activity. Then we have this super.onCreate saved instance state. So here what we are doing, we are calling the onCreate method of this super class, and this onCreate method does the important framework setup. Then we have the set content view. So from this function, basically we are referring to our this activity underscore main.xml file. So here R is the generated resource class. The Android build systems create R, so you can reference resources in code. Then we are referring to a layout. So here we added this layout thing, and then we are referring to this activity underscore main.xml file. So here we added this file thing. Okay. Now after doing the running configuration, now if you save this code and run the application, then after a minute or two, you can see on our Android screen, we are seeing our this hello Android thing. So congratulations, you have successfully built your first Android application. So now like the video, subscribe to Widget Wisdom, and I'll see you in the next build session. Until then, keep building, keep experimenting, and stay wise with Widget Wisdom.